So when we started working with Monerum last year, one of the questions was, could blockchain have the potential to leapfrog open banking? We know open banking is a vision that goes back 15 or even 20 years, and an attempt which you can see also replicated in many other regions to liberate the financial sector and open up for competition for many more companies to offer financial services. Yet we have also seen that the financial institutions' resistance to these regulations have so far been fairly successful. So we do believe there are opportunities to leapfrog that. And one of the ideas here was to say, basically, what would happen if you put invoices on the blockchain? And instead of have the separation between a document that says what I'm owing you and the payment, actually combine those two things into what you could call a smart invoice. So imagine invoices that settle themselves automatically on chain. So coupling the settlement itself with the promise. And if you could do that, let's say every time a buyer accepts an invoice, that invoice is going to pay itself guaranteed in 30 days. You have an asset suddenly that is as good as money. So if you can issue that kind of asset, it also means you can trade it and you can use it in marketplaces and you can extend it throughout your supply chain. So that very simple asset suddenly opens up the potential for completely new types of financial services that can cover whole supply chains, as well as promised to do that with a much lower friction than you see in traditional B2B financial services like SCF, open accounts, financing, factoring, and dynamic discounting, which have very high friction and high switching costs. And we actually went ahead and actually proved that this can be done. So Tradeshift and Monerum together, we executed the world's first smart invoice settlement together with IKEA Iceland, using Monerum's licensed e-money. And that was kind of key to this, because we knew you're not going to execute anything related to business-to-business transactions unless you understand it's done in a compliant way and in a way that your accountant can understand and easily sign off. So the e-money license regime actually provided a very nice way of doing that, a clear pattern that is known to all companies. And then combining that with taking the invoice asset as a self-executing asset and doing that. And we did that in a few ways, both directly between a buyer and a seller, but we also went ahead and proved that you could settle transactions in 2 tiers in the blockchain based on the same outstanding credit between 2 parties. And even better than that, you could do that at a lower transaction cost than if you did this in a traditional banking infrastructure. And kind of just to tease the banks, we executed those transactions on a holiday, just to show that there are no limits here.